Watch Rav video? We'll watch one Rav video. Yeah, sure. We can watch that first. I know you guys really like those.
Attention gamers. Previously on my journey to get a break from a game where I have to rely on teammates, I learned about group content in WoW and had to rely on teammates. I rocked the biggest damage wiener on the charts with some guildies while others were challenging me in duels to the death, which may or may not have just been fancy editing over a normal duel that I won nonetheless. Papa Soda blessed me with the Sword of 1,000 Truths Bow Edition and I used it to become Rav the Avatar, conquering all 4 of the deadliest hardcore elements by myself with no help, to prove that I am him and he shall one day save the world of Warcraft. Apparently word hadn't yet spread.
Wait, what is this called? Loved ones lost in the Scarlet Monastery. Oh, God. Oh, God. Too fast? Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's an old WoW video.
Apparently word hadn't yet spread that I defeated the Demon of Duskwood as players were still looking like they were about to shit themselves on the road, and despite me trying to calm their nerves, I knew the best way to show them that Rav the Avatar could conquer all would be to smurf on the remaining elite quests in the area.
Bro. Morbant fell? More Latham? This guy's gonna be a joke.
Adam is the golden grave digging boner boy that has more people creating fresh level 1s in Elwyn than any time Asmongold starts a new character, but he clearly didn't know who he was up against, so I let Howard introduce himself and then I
you can dick this guy down, it'd be a joke.
One-shot the shitter.
Yeah, it's so easy. 42,000 damage, what the fuck?
Then some undead David Blaine was apparently spooking couples in the bedroom of this house, so I went up only to find out he was currently taking a meeting, so I figured I would let these scrubs build up their confidence by taking him down themselves before deciding that I deserve a little credit for at least being there. But this is where I realized that the lore behind some of these quests is beyond fucked up.
Place his own heart within the bosom of his dead spouse.
So just to summarize this random quest.
Yeah, that guy was kinda weird, huh?
A psychopath somehow removed his own heart and shoved it up the asshole of his dead wife, and now for some ungodly reason the people in town want it. I found the grave as Howard was like, bro, it smells like ass here, and I was like, well, according to the disturbing quest details means we are in the right place, so I tickled the dirt, hit a bit of parkour, and then killed that freaky fetish bride.
Ooh,
the thought of digging through her dead
It's actually so funny for me to see this because I've literally only seen this quest done in a way that results in the player dying.
And to get her husband's heart was disgusting, and Howard sure wasn't going to do it, but I knew the townsman would sleep better at night knowing I had.
You've done it!
Just to confirm, this praise wasn't because I slayed the jizz-stained final boss Stitches plaguing their town.
You have done a great thing for our people, adventurer.
It was because I dug a dude's heart out of his dead wife's anus.
Your name will remain in our annals
what matters
forever.
The most.
Anyways, I ran into a little gnome whose name could describe my entire WoW documentary, but then I managed to get triggered by my first escort quest in the game.
Please help!
You see this dude?
Bro, this is the worst quest.
Douche was clearly having a case of the Mondays. I figured the dude would be eternally grateful that I saved his ass from being eaten by a tribe of mutated apes and literal alligators, only for him to act like fucking Prince Harry being escorted into his daddy's coronation. I had some choice words for him, but the dude wanted no part in the mission to save his own life apparently, and while being toxic towards an NPC may have not been my proudest moment, I felt he needed a taste of his own medicine. It was at this point where whoever wrote my leveling guide must have decided to phone it in one day, since it was just like, hey yo, fuck it, I don't know, go kill some shit for an hour, and while the fastest levelers would have accepted this, thrown some hentai on the second monitor and then grinded it out with a half chub for the next hour, I chose a different route. You see, there's a chapel in the big city where a priest
you need to go to Scarlet Monastery, man.
Been entirely too happy to see me since I was a little boy, but in the basement there's a
Doesn't
dude
this dick sucker send you over to Desolus or something like that?
Dressed like a hibachi chef who is all like, bro, your guide wants you to waste 45 minutes of your life killing beasts? Nah, I'll save you from that boredom, just follow these steps.
Bro. Just go to the other side of the world, man. Hey, real quick, go to the other side. Go over there, you have to kill 20 guys, alright? Kill 20 skeletons. You did that? Okay, all right, cool. Now go back and go up. All right, clear the dungeon. Is it 30? Damn, it's 30? I thought it was 20.
First, take a flight out of town down to that bay named after a literal ass. There I've arranged for you to take a transatlantic cruise. Don't make eye contact with the others on that boat as it's known to have some weirdos.
Take what the fuck?
Once you're there you will take another flight on the Kalimdor Airlines, but this is classic WoW, so there's no direct flights to where you're going, so you'll connect through a town that's not exactly on the way. There you'll meet my gay lover Anton, and he will tell you about our old book club called the Scarlet Crusade and how we left because of their obsession with bowling. He'll have you spend another 10 minutes walking through quite possibly
It's really actually impressive how stupid the Scarlet Crusade is and how useless they are. Like, when you look at the lore, like, I know everybody likes them because of nostalgia, but they really are just a bunch of stupid, useless assholes.
Ugliest zone in all of Azeroth until you
anything.
arrive for your designated skeletal slaughter.
That's why I had to kill him.
He'll be like, there's one small catch, I need you to kill 30 of these in a zone where only 6 spawn at a time, so I hope you remember to twiddle your thumbs for a bit, but once you do serve that snooze fest, just run the 17 miles back up to me and enjoy the scenery that can best be described as if a microscope zoomed way into an infected sperm cell from a man ridden with AIDS. Make him happy and he'll be like, dope, now take another no direct flight back to that ratchet ass bay just in time to miss the next boat. When you arrive back to the boardwalk you'll just have one more super short flight to your last stop. Stiff, jet-lagged and having already wasted more than the hour you would have spent killing beasts, you'll get debriefed by a dude who is working on his cement driveway cosplay transmog set.
What the fuck did he...
You'll get debriefed by a dude who is working on his cement driveway cosplay transmog
Cement... Oh, I thought...
set. He will tell you that the next part of this gigantic waste of time is to find a group of people and that you'll probably need to spam the entire server looking for others, only to find a warrior who says he can't tank with the plan to just not tell him that
can I tank his DPS? What kind of a fuck... I hope Debbie dies. I hope Debbie fucking dies. You're tanking his DPS?
He's the tank while thinking to yourself, what's the worst that can happen?
I know what could happen.
Then you and your new group of butt buddies will need to spend another short 20 minutes walking through a dangerous zone, sneaking around the back of horde capital cities and parkouring in ways that not everyone can keep up with.
Yeah.
And after close to 2 hours, you will arrive at the most corrupt book club in all of the Eastern Kingdoms.
We're doing this today, by the way. I'm doing a full Scarlet Monastery clear.
Now I quickly learned that this is actually 4 dungeons baked into one.
Yes.
The first featured torturers with suffering victims who were in desperate need of Rav the Avatar to be their hero, by killing everyone including them.
Whoopsie!
The Hunger Games Game Master was informing us to GTFO, so after we finished the first of 4 we decided to wait until 11 to start the second. Except everyone else decided to go in at 10:59 because reading clocks.
What is it about this game? Where do these people come from? How do they exist? Why do they do what they do?
Is apparently rocket science now, and this resulted in my getting stuck in a different lock out of the instance than all of them. Anyways, the butt buddies who left the book club said there were a few drama queens who needed killed, and the first was the pet lover in the group. He looked intimidating, but they told me the weird things he does with those hounds and a jar of peanut butter at night, so I wasn't concerned.
Remember I told you all that story about that one girl in our guild? Yeah, I remember that.
Then there was Arcanist Douche Canoe, who is a tank and spank outside of when you cast detonate and you need to get out ASAP, and it turns out having RP walk toggled on isn't ideal, so I may or may not have fucked around and found out.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, 700 damage. Don't be a bitch.
Now, small detour from this gripping book club drama storyline, I should mention that I met a certified baddie in the Forge of Iron who said that rumor is this particular library has a copy of the Kama Sutra, and I quote,
"Bring it to me, and perhaps together we can unlock the secret."
So obviously there was some incentive for me to find it while I was there.
Okay.
Yeah, baby!
There it is.
Yeah.
The third dungeon was basically 47 hallways of Scarlet Simps that all look the exact same, and after 30 minutes of it you face Herod, who has 2 phases. The first is a tank and spank.
Wait, there's 2 phases? I thought there's a phase where he's alive and the phase where he's dead. Like, he doesn't do anything.
After he dies, all the fraternity pledges come rushing and showing how useless they are.
I need
and
that.
then we
I
enter
need
the
that.
final and most deadly of the 4 dungeons.
I need that
the cathedral.
helmet.
This is where Howard started to feel the repercussions of me telling a warrior he didn't have to tank while actually
Yeah. God, I hope Debbie dies. Ooh, I hope. But, like, to be fair, they've got a level 40 fucking 5 rogue. His name is Little Gay Rogue. What guild is he in?
relying on him to tank.
Oh, he's in Fangsley. Of course he is.
And our group's rogue was about to learn a very real lesson to not joke about Howard's life.
We've had enough, babe.
You see, we made it to the final church where all these devout simps were saying their prayers to the big dog in charge, all ready to run at anyone who challenges his authority, and deciding what the next book everyone will be reading is. And while this coup against the crusade had been as smooth as a Riz Master's pickup line up until this point, things were about to take a messy turn.
You fucking piece of shit. You stupid fucking mother... I hate these people so much. Why is it that they exist? How do you do such a stupid fucking thing? Why would you be in the place that you're not supposed to be in? I don't understand this.
Infidels. They must be purified.
Let him die. Let him
Tickling
die.
the captain's toes triggered the fire alarms, and over 30 simps were now on their way.
Throw out, run! Roach out! Roach out,
I
quick!
looked back knowing that this would be the last time I ever saw our healer alive.
That's okay.
The crusade
Did he
demanded
die?
more casualties, and my tank, who didn't think he was my tank, was in line to be next. I prepped a last-ditch
Come on.
target dummy knowing it wouldn't do shit, but I wasn't the only Fangs member thinking on their feet, and Patty managed to spare his life.
Debbie survived. I actually am glad Debbie survived. Because the priest deserved to die. This is a huge, like, I love it whenever I see people that are bad die. I do. It's like, it makes me so happy. Because it's like, at that point, justice is served. Natural selection is preserved. That, like, the natural order of the universe will continue on. Survival of the fittest, yes.
We paid our respects to our fallen comrade and vouched to
Oh, Rip Bozo, rest in piss, you won't be missed. That's a, bro, re-roll. Kick that guy out of the guild. Get that loser out of the guild, bro. Get that clown out of the game. Nobody wants to look at this guy. He's a bitch.
avenge his death.
It's a Rip Bozo. Get him out of here.
The only issue was we now had no healer, a fake
That's
tank,
fine.
and 2 people who didn't know this fight.
This is the easiest boss in the game. Uh-oh. Bro, she used to be so hot, man. Then they had her go through that goth arc whenever they made her a Death Knight in, like, Legion or some shit. Bro, she's not even nearly as hot as she used to be. It's so stupid.
Arise, my champion.
Oh, God, do it again. There it is. There it is. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, run away. It's smart. See that? It's good gameplay right there. Ooh, there it is. Where the loot? Where the loot? What the loot
I went
do?
back to cement-covered Sammy to tell him that drama-filled book club is no more.
Man, dude, they went with 5, they came back with 4. That's just the way it is.
So in summary, instead of grinding mobs for 45 minutes, I spent 7 hours traveling the world, engaging in
Thank
petty high
God.
school drama, and getting another player killed, all to accomplish the same amount of
No, you didn't get him killed. He got himself killed. He deserved to die. This is a natural selection. It's the best thing that could have happened for him. Actually, it's not the best thing that could happen for him. It's the best thing that could have happened for the whole game. It's like this was good for the whole community that he died.
progress on my journey to 60, and that, my friends, is what it's like to play World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a really good one. As I said, dumbasses getting killed, one of my favorite fucking things that I've ever seen. Natural selection, it totally is. It is so fucking good. I'll link you guys the video. These are amazing. I fucking love these. Especially, be fair, 7 hours probably more enjoyable, 45 minutes of straight grinding. I mean, it wouldn't have been if he died. I'll tell you that. I'd have been fucking furious, man.